Let's get started, my saucy boys. First of all, with our update of Nick Walker, and guys, he's looking really great. He's looking harder after his carb update. Probably they are experimenting a little bit as he already lost all the fat on his body. But guys, he's looking really good. Also, he has a lot more detail than last Arnold's Classic. And also, I personally believe that as long as he brings a better package than then, he's going to still be in that top 5. Even higher than top 5. So, especially because of the improvements on the legs, which was his worst body part, the legs and a little bit of the back. Basically, he just did it and he's going to be improved. The same with Samson Dora. Samson is somewhat of a wild card in the sense that we don't know if he's going to be ripped, shred to the bone. Very likely after seeing the updates and the photos of him, he's going to be. And especially because Milos knows what he's doing. Milos is not a bad coach. Especially, you can just see at this update how the fibers are popping, how the vascularity, the graininess, and the crazy roundness that Samson House is showing up. So I hope he's going to be great on this Mr. Olympia. But who is much more crazy is Charles Griffin. If I were to be another Olympia guy, I will have him on my radar because of his conditioning. If someone gets off, he's going to take its place. As simple as that. Probably he's not going to be a shoe-in for the top 10, but he's right there, almost entering into it due to the conditioning and the size. The same can said for James Hollingshead. Mainly, the issue with these two guys is going to be the structure. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's like a middle point. And after James Hollingshead takes off all the man fur from his body, he's going to look much more bone dry than what he's looking in the photos right now. And as he's not going for that crazy conditioning at the expense of size and fullness, he's going to be really, really good in this year's Olympia. Something similar, it's about Rafa Brandao. But the thing with Rafa Brandao is that he is going to lack some size, and we can see it from the side pose. Not that much from the front poses, but you can see that he at least needs 1 year of improvements as he have been doing so far in order to be up to par with these guys. A good example is this comparison by Fernando Arroyo, where you can see that Hunter and Nick are outsizing Rafa. He's matching them really well, but not